Nolan pulled the Eldorado in next to a Lincoln Continental and got out, confused. The Eldorado, which was gold, and the Continental, which was dark blue, took up all three of the slantwise spaces alongside the antique shop. Nolan's Eldorado was actually the Tropicals. His ever owning a Cadillac was unlikely because he saw them as the automotive equivalent of an alcoholic swilling gas with no thought of tomorrow. As far as he was concerned, a Cadillac was just a Pontiac with gland trouble. Still, being behind the wheel of one for the past couple of months had given him a feeling of, prestige, he guessed, and seeing the Lincoln Continental was somehow a sobering experience. Neither car made much sense in the context of the old antique shop, which was a two-story white clapboard structure bordering on the rundown, whose junk-filled showcase windows wouldn't seem likely to attract even the most eccentric of wealthy collectors. In fact, the shop looked more like a big old house than a place of business, which was only right because other than the Dairy Queen and grade school across the way and the gas station next door, this was a residential neighborhood, a quiet, middle-class Iowa City street lined with trees still thick with red and copper leaves. The inhabitants of this shady lane would have been shocked to know of the different sort of shadiness attached to various activities centered for some years now in the harmless-looking old shop. This thought occurred to Nolan as he opened the trunk of the Eldorado, reaching behind the spare tire for the holstered Smith & Wesson .38 stowed there. Not that the thought worried him. It was late now, approaching midnight. The street was empty. No one at all who might notice him. Even the gas station across the alley was closed. He shut the trunk, slung on the shoulder holster, grabbed his sports coat out of the back seat, slipped into the coat. He'd immediately recognized the Lincoln Continental as Felix's, but that only served to confuse him further. What in hell was Felix doing in Iowa City? The answer to that was obvious enough. He was here to see Nolan, but why? No obvious answer there. No pleasant one, anyway. The side door to the shop wasn't locked. Nolan withdrew the .38 and went in, cautious to the point of paranoia. There was always the chance that John had lost control of the situation since calling, or